Maritza's past life. We've got Egypt, a scribe or a writer. This is interesting to me. It instantly comes up as somebody that knew how to use the hieroglyphics, the alphabet, the skills, the symbols. You knew how to use those. You would probably be somebody that could handle Lenormand cards and figure out the symbology of those fairly easily too, just because it would be carryover. Often the past life energy carries over into this life, but this is where it was important for you to do this. It also implies that there's artistry going on. Polytheistic faith. And lost civilization location. Wisdom keeper, wise person. You had written things down on scrolls. I think the scrolls were actually pretty cool. You were ahead of your time as far as doing that goes. You had the access to it, which is interesting. Not everybody did. Now this is interesting. Somebody targeted you. Somebody thought you were too close to whoever had the money or the powers that be. It's very interesting. I want one more. Rebel nonconformist. Okay. What else is going on here? All right. That's showing poison, and I'm not sure if that is actually accurate, but I think it is. Okay. What I'm getting so far is that we want the Egypt cards a little bit more for this. Where the heck are they? There they are. I'm getting that you really did work as scribe doing paintings, or not all the paintings that are done in the Egyptian times and in Egyptian styles are on the pyramids. Sometimes they're on the pillars. Sometimes they're decorative in the rooms of, you know, where the tombs are. But you were the person that would do the work on the pillars, and you would also do it on anything you could get your hands on. It feels like you would do it on stone, you would do it on wood, you would do it on paper, you would do it on anything. You like to carve things, you like to do scribe work. Over and over you would do this. You would collect different rocks from, it feels like rocks from the riverbed or near the shore. You would collect them, and you had a collection of them. I don't know what they were, but this is like where you would put 4 to 8 rocks all together. These are your river rocks. This is where you put them. You put them in this thing, and there's a space in between. It's like you made your own form of sacred altar. I think you honored the 4 energies and honored 4 gods in particular that you liked quite a lot. The 9 of Cups shows that you had your wishes fulfilled. It does look like you had a family. I think you were a male in this last life that we're seeing. It comes through here as male. It came through here as male. I think people were jealous of what you could do, the written word, and how well you could do it. How proficiently and with what speed. It would be like you weren't quite a typewriter of the time, but you were kind of the typewriter because you were quicker than most and your work was good. High quality, boom. Absolutely. You got to travel in circles of wealth and circles of money that were surprising, and it did make some people relatives. Some people jealous. It feels like relatives. It feels like extended family. Your closeness to power made somebody that was extended family, larger extended family, could be cousins or beyond. Their large family, there was jealousy because they didn't have what you had. They knew how to do the work of the scribes. They knew the hieroglyphics well enough to do them too. They weren't as proficient of you. There was definite jealousy going on there. Look at this. Will you show them this? Looking amazing. Amazing. This is what you did. When most people could do 7, you could do 9 or even 10. And you had clients. I don't know what they would call them, but your work was valued and people would ask for you. People wanted it. They wanted your style work or you to do the work because you could do it quickly. Quick and clean and beautifully. Yeah, you were really a leader in this field. You didn't have a lot of close relationships with friends and friendships, but you were a leader in this and you had influence in your own right. Second Egyptian deck. It's not so much about the family, but I do want to know a little bit more about your family besides the cousin. The jealous cousin was also male gender in this particular lifetime. And it may be beyond a cousin. It could be further removed than that. It wasn't brother-sister is what I'm saying. It wasn't that. It was like if one sibling has a large family, one sibling has a medium family, the kids that are in the medium family have options that are more resources sometimes, and it's not stretched as lean. Could be the case. It feels very much like that. Like the family was too large in this other person's family. That's part of the reason they were jealous. You would probably come together for ceremonial times or whatever would be the holidays that you would come together. And there was just this energy of jealousy going on. This one's a little bit younger, but wanted what you had. This look at this hieroglyphics. This is the one that is younger than you, the one that wants to be doing things but can't do them quite the same. And so he doesn't have the charisma either. This person, you may encounter this person in this life, probably not directly in your family, but probably in circles that are close. Somebody younger than you. That it is still there's overcoming this that has to happen. This is a fated lesson for both of you. It's something that you guys will repeat here and there. Now, it doesn't mean you might not switch roles, but in this life and in the one we're currently in, it feels like similar lessons. Like maybe this time around you can close the books on that lesson or have it so you can reset and flip the roles the other way next time around. The gentleness and the ease in which you lead, the ease in which you coax people to see your point of view, or come on, let's do this. The natural leadership is something that is really troubling for this person, really, really challenging. There's a stubbornness in going forward. There's a lack of vision for this person, and you can see it, but it sets an obstacle before them. They would see the bar as the obstacle before them. You would see the bar as a standard to meet. They would see it as an obstacle. What's the lesson here? I want to shuffle these. These are big. Sorry, these are tricky to shuffle. I want to know more about your death because there was a bullying energy. There was a couple things that they spiked your paint. They spiked your paint, messed with your pigments. The reason that this guy is still this cousin-ish person, that's what we're calling him, the reason they're still on the receiving end and it hasn't flipped yet is because I think they actually did help you exit stage left, so to speak. I think they spiked your pigments and spiked some of your food. I think there was a poisoning that happened in that past life. Mysteries revealed in the eyes of Isis. Spirit of Isis, the triumph of the goddess. One more. Temple of Lapis Lazuli. Ooh. Goddess of the ancient skies. There's something about the color blue that you have. This is like also the way you express yourself with throat chakra. But something about Lapis Lazuli and the stones that you would set up that were for your altar were incredibly colored, and they would inspire you as to where to get pigments. You knew where to find pigments in the flowers, in the earth, in the natural places. You were always finding the good and more stable pigments. Because of this, it really made your work stand out quite a bit. It made you stand above the others. You would watch how the birds migrated. Like, you know how flamingos get pink because of the krill they eat or whatever the fuck it is that they are eating, the shrimp. I don't know what it is they're eating. They eat, and that makes the pink flamingos pink. You would know this about different creatures around where you live too. And you would know how to use things in the simple format too, like burnt sticks, burnt match type sticks, burnt charcoal sticks to do charcoal black is easily done, or easily done for coal look, like through the eyes. But you would know when you needed something else that had a deeper green in it to make the black pigment adhere. This is the mysteries that you knew. You knew the mysteries, the physical mysteries of the art, and you had the artistry. It's why you were kind of the typewriter of the time. This is definitely, there was like, you were lifted above the other, and they did not like it. Their expression, their way of expression wasn't there as much. There wasn't as much balance. They were out of balance, and they were always in this, a little bit of pessimistic and seeing the obstacles, and you were seeing much more of the factual, what is, and then applying it. Anything else? This isn't the Egyptian deck, but I love this one on past lives. We'll see if there's anything else about that relationship. Feels like there was a little bit of workaholic energy in you as well. Feels like that one of these cards had you and 2 kids or something like that, and that felt like the family number. The wife in this life was probably perfunctory. The wife in this life was probably a good match, but not forever and ever soulmate. King of Cups. Yeah. This is a celebration party or whatever that was supposed to be something that's like you getting a celebration or a promotion and a little bit of honor going on. There were several people honored at this party. It was like a banquet that was honored. The cup here, can you show them the cup? The cup is marked with a pigment. This is the one that the person knew. The food and the cup, where your place setting was. The magician is in the house manipulating all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit is being manipulated. And this is definitely where it happened, what it happened. There was just straight up jealousy about the gift that you had. How old? I'm getting 33 or thereabouts is about the age that you lived. This is something that you'll get to have a little bit of resolution. When people are jealous of you, you notice it, and instead of going into compete mode, you go to lift mode. Why is that coming through? It's you can't help it. You're tuned in with the High Priestess here, High Priestess energy, Spirit of Isis with the triumph. You can't help but lift. You see a better way to lift others this time around, and this is helpful. It's helpful in this specific relationship, but it's almost second nature to you. Don't let yourself be drained, and don't let yourself be targeted by energy vampires. Be clear in your boundaries while you try and do your light work in this life. It's important for you right now. You still understand truths and knowledge, and you still have the gift of the scribe. Whatever it is that you're working through, you work through it in your writing, and you can clear it pretty easily. Or you can gain clarity likewise. Anything else? One final thought. Rising sun, the divine solar child reborn. Look at the blue all over here. This is just confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. Your blue energy, the throat chakra energy, starseed energy, all of this. This is all in there. This is blue, 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 blue. And also, if you can get by the water, it's very restorative for you. It's restorative for a lot of us. But for you, the restorative color value is blue more so than the green. But yeah, that's what I've got for you. Wow. Holy cow, that was a little crazy. That's complete. Holy smokes. Phil, did you catch that?